Welcome, dog joggers, to the second iteration of YouTuber Review. The show that continues with a second episode because I filmed both of these in one day and I'm not sure how well the first one was critically accepted. I am your host, Babyface Chimera. And today we'll be taking a look at a content creator that has been a major part of the Pokemon community in an interesting kind of way. Verlisify.
Bark, 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 bark.
Pokemon has been a large force on YouTube. Poketubers, which are, despite popular belief, not people that repeatedly jab potatoes with their index finger. That's a different genre. But instead are YouTube content creators that focus on the game of Pokemon by means of battling, collecting, or analyzing, which have existed since the early days of YouTube. They are an interesting breed of content creators whose main series of growth is the 6-month window around a mainline Pokemon game release. Many creators, however, are opting to drop out of this field, citing incredible highs and immense lows while there's no game coming out. Shady Penguin and series veteran Shofu have attempted to try this with varying degrees of success. Both YouTube and other websites appear to have controversy over the validity of today's content creators' opinions. Verlisify is a name that is both loved and hated in some circles, known for his anti-cheating policy when it comes to competitive Pokemon and his very supportive fanbase. He earns the Dedicated Fanbase Award as well as the Polarizing Creator Award today, just off these factors alone. But let's get into the ratings before we go any further. Here on YouTuber Review, the most objective review style show this side of the Nile on opposite day, hold our reviewees up by a standard of 5 different categories, graded 1 to 10. And then, of course, we average them all up for a final score. Or for those that want a more formal approach,
this is Running on Empty YouTube Review. Today we'll be testing on how each contestant measures up compared to Great Value brand drinking water to Taco Bell's Fiery Ghost Pepper Daredevil Griller. Then we'll be using fine arithmetic to figure out the final score for the YouTuber.
Our 5 tests we're going to look at: engagement, or how well one person can make it through one video and on to the next. Quality, or about how much time and effort went to 5 randomly selected videos. Consistency, or how well the quality has either dropped, stayed the same, or improved. Audio, since in the film industry we say that audio is about 51% of a video, more on that later. And uniqueness, or how well a content creator stands out amongst similar creators of the same category. How's about we start with while picking out the 5 random videos released in 2017, we noticed that Verlisify has uploaded over 4,000 videos in his career. Before, it appeared Verlis was a sign spinner of some accolade before making his channel focused on League of Legends and Minecraft back in 2013. It was cool back in the day, don't judge us. Notably, he released 140 videos within his first 5 months of Minecraft tubing before swapping over to Pokemon the same year with the releases of Pokemon's X and Y versions. This mentality of frequently uploading still seems to be within the foundation of his channel, as he uploads about 3 videos every single day. While he uploads more often than I eat, according to some, this does take a bit of a hit to his quality overall for reasons we'll see later. As a note, I do say that uploading frequently doesn't affect quality, however, in this case, it kinda makes an exception. Many of his videos are simple recordings of his desktop or browser reviewing events or Pokemon move lists. While it's not something I would dock him points for, it does hinder him a little bit innovatively and seems to make his ideas come off in a less professional manner. With the sheer volume of uploads, 5 videos is not enough to see how well each one individually stands out. That being said, uploading many times a day is a great way to show that he does know how the YouTube algorithm works. And when it comes to making YouTube your job, he certainly does it the best. Alright, Wolfpack, let's get into Welcome back to the unique standpoint. Pulling back to our Animal Kingdom illustration, we can place Verlisify in the gaming class of YouTuber, the YouTuber kingdom. Order Poketubus, family Bellatium, and genus Varietum. I do hope you realize that I am an accountant and that I had to take one biology class to actually get my degree, so I'm trying to get my money's worth out of it. Verlisifycus. I like that one more. Varietum verlisifycus. Varietum verlisifycus stands out pretty well amongst his constituents, showing both battles and commentary channel stylings exclusive to the Pokemon sphere, discussing gaming events and controversies. Another factor to consider is how he is either directly contributing or is a factor of said controversies. A large portion of the controversial material is his own opinion to competitive Pokemon. Side note, while I do have my own personal opinions, having been a competitive Pokemon Battle Award winner, I'm going to try my best to leave them out of this explanation. For a quick summary, Pokemon is a game where 6 creatures battle out 1 versus 1 or 2v2. When a Pokemon is caught or bred, there are 6 various stats that could range from 0 to 31, each independently. You don't have to be Steve Nash. No, wait. That's the basketball player. John Nash, the mathematician. You don't have to be John Nash to know that there are many variables and iterations when it comes to finding the perfect competitive Pokemon. You also don't have to be a sports theorist to know that competition favors the most strong, thus weeding out any chances for imperfection. So it's 6 different creatures with 6 different variables with a 1 in 32 shot independently of being what you need amongst with other variables involved of finding the perfect Pokemon. This could lead to weeks of getting a perfect Pokemon for a competition. Well, like 80% of video games out there, the game is made of code, leading to some creating the perfect Pokemon by just adjusting a few variables, and in 2 minutes you have the perfect Pokemon. Verlisify is on Team Creationist. He'd rather people get those competitive mons the natural way, leading others to look at his less than time efficient way to compete. Members of the same community, such as world champion Wolfglick, as well as closest contemporary Hoodlum Scrafty, to be active opponents in this argument. Have I not rattled anyone's cages yet? Good. Let's move on to... Audio is a major component to video production. People would rather watch a video with good quality audio and terrible visual fidelity rather than terrible audio quality with good visual fidelity. As such, it is imperative how we gauge a content creator's adhesion to this sort of sound mastery in their work. Verlisify's vocal tone is not the strongest, lacking in weight and enunciation
as well. So those are just kind of other things to look at with the Incineroar moveset. And this is pretty much your moveset, guys. Like, max out the hit points, max out the attack, run bolt.
His microphone appears to be of decent quality, not ever peaking or providing notable audio issues. And his in-game audio is serviceable, relying on the frankly bland Pokemon battle music as filler. Outside of his gaming content is where he lacks the most, relying on quiet audio or more than likely the kind of bland Pokemon battle music. Oftentimes he chooses not to even play any audio, creating gaps whenever he gets quiet whenever he's talking, which thankfully it's not that often. But what about that? As mentioned before, Verlisify uploads on average 3 videos a day, ramping it up to around 12 videos a day when there's a brand new Pokemon game coming out. As mentioned before in the previous review, check it out, consistency is about how well a creator maintains their level of work or has improved. Hopefully. Again, bonus points are added for consistency, but please note, the more a content creator uploads, it's not exactly a good indicator of their work, and in this case, kind of hurts them a bit. Verlisify, unfortunately, falls within what we call safe content. No notable changes series-wise or in his independent videos happened within the last 2 to 3 years. All of his videos consist of recording his Nintendo 3DS, his desktop, his browser. Yeah. An interesting thing to note, however, is his improvement on YouTube. Rarely talked about, his YouTube metadata is actually carefully crafted to take advantage of common search finds as well as Amazon shop links to kind of boost his SEO for his videos and his channel page as a whole. Again, making YouTube your job, it's really laudable, especially in this competitive environment. A factor of research I implement whenever I'm writing these scripts is how much the reviewee typically makes monetarily. I do leave this out because of possible accuracy reasons and just the fact that nobody really wants how much they make out on the internet. I bring this in to serve a point. As an accountant and a senior auditor with IRS experience, I can comfortably say Verlisify plays the YouTube metagame pretty well. So moving on, we have while I'm still lonely and working on a series that I'm not too sure about how well we'll do, we'll be taking a look at how Verlisify's videos make you want to go from one to the next. As mentioned before, this is what Overlord YouTube wants, praise be. So you know though, there's that whole YouTuber spiel of, hey guys, be sure to like the video, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell button, and of course leave a comment on how you think the Arab Spring has changed the face of Middle Eastern politics. Yeah, we measure that kind of stuff. Mind you, this is also the most subjective score, as engagement variably changes person to person. Verlisify's videos are a bit weak, in my opinion. His videos on specific Pokemon can be interesting, but really I kind of just look up a Pokemon, look up one moveset, and I just carry on with my day. His videos on controversy are a straight up mood killer, lacking tact or nuance, kind of just attempting to justify oneself throughout the entire time. And the videos on news, while they are short, they can be explained either shorter or more interestingly on another source. Whew. Pulling some numbers. Over the last 11 months, Verlisify has uploaded 936 videos, or nearly 3 a day. I keep throwing that number out. It's so true. It's like 2 point something. The average length of these videos actually come out to 12 minutes, 56 seconds, after cutting out his streams, of course. And his monthly average is a whopping 5,945,833 views a month. Basically, the entire country of Denmark watches this guy's videos once a month, as of this date. Verlisify's videos are made to latch onto topical trends and catch whatever audience happens to be looking up the information at the time. While this is great marketing, no Tony the Tiger intended, few stick around to become fans, as seen by his low daily subscriber growth and relatively high daily YouTube views across multiple videos. Verlisify does hold showcases of fan battles, as well as interacting with his subscriber base frequently, showing that he does have some clout, despite the fact that I hate how much the word has been used recently, in that sort of field. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Voting time. I kid. The final scores will be given out after we do a vote on which YouTuber I should do next. We have Liza, Koshy, Pyrocynical, and the odd ones out. Click the little eye in one of the corners to make your voice be heard, as they say. And yes, you are right in realizing that all of these have over 1 million subs.
You will get, no joke, your own personal UFO.
I will take out-of-date references for 500. Okay, drum roll please. I'll be listing off every single category and the attached scores, and then averaging them all up to get us the final score on this YouTuber. Hand movements. Keep it going, folks. Keep it moving. Disclaimer, a 1 is a hard to reach worst. 10 is a hard to reach best. 5 is a perfect middle of the road. If you disagree, leave why in the comment section down below, and let's actually make a miracle happen, folks, by having a civil discussion in the YouTube comments. We can do this. First off, in quality, Verlisify isn't the kind of person you want to see if you want to watch exciting stuff. While he does offer competitive Pokemon analysis, many kind of doubt the validity of said analysis. For those who enjoy binge watching YouTube on the daily, Verlisify is actually probably the best guy for you. Again, 3 videos a day, what can I say? He offers more than enough content to scratch that itch, but doesn't really offer much outside the ways of Pokemon and controversies that he is more than likely related to in the Pokemon field. He gets a 3. Uploading often is great for YouTube SEO, but it doesn't offer a creative expression in each and every video, making each one kind of come off as stagnant and cookie cutter, to say the least. Next is Uniqueness. Thankfully, the Verlisify experience is a unique one, to say the least. To my knowledge, he uploads more often than anyone that is not a mega corporation like WatchMojo or BuzzFeed. His videos stand out, and he does offer a unique perspective on the Pokemon battling community, regardless of how vocal he is about it. The man actually gets an 8. If he offered more than just the bare minimum of a video, he would actually succeed in this aspect. Wowie zowie, it's audio! Back to the admonishment. Verlisify is obviously not an audiophile. The lack of sonic interest in his videos land him a 4. I cut some slack since you can't entirely fault a person for how their vocals sound, especially on independently produced YouTube videos, but there's not even an attempt to sound pleasing. The games either have in-game or no audio whatsoever, with the latter of which is definitely true in his commentary and team-building videos. Here comes that consistency. As the astute of you have been able to tell early on in this video, there really wasn't that much to talk about in the ways of consistency, and we kind of just instead talked about his YouTube SEO skills. And frankly, there still isn't very much to say about it. There's been no notable change in the year 2017, opting for the term that we used earlier, safe content. He gets a 5, purely for the middle-of-the-road ideology and lack of change, really. That's about it. Lastly is that young engagement. Verlisify's videos usually hit the 10-minute mark that is practically demanded out of YouTube. And frankly, this should be no surprise when it comes to Verlis's content creation strategy. The man is really good when it comes to making YouTube his job. He suffers the same problem that Guns Blazing had in that the content's a little bit on the weaker side, but with a Z-powered splash of controversy that quickly loses relevance. The guy gets a 2, honestly. I personally could not make it through one of his videos, let alone 5, making them all feel like a chore. To make sure that I coincidentally just picked the bad 5 videos, I picked 5 more. And it did not feel any different. Frankly, Verlisify's fanbase confuses me as much as Danielle Bregoli's the "Catch Me Outside, how about that girl?" While people love her for the one phrase that she uttered on a show that nobody watches, Verlisify maintains an identity around an ideal that nobody really even cares about, let alone the game company that makes the game. Alright, the moment all of us non-salty Verlisify fans who've already left the video have been waiting for. Verlisify, the controversial king of PokeTubing, gets a 4.4 out of 10 overall. An interesting thing to end the video on is this. Verlisify, if you're watching me, or more than likely making a video about me, please note that I respect the gumption of making many videos a day on a specific topic of a specific genre. I can't imagine doing that. Being controversial has definitely paid its dividends, as I can tell with your projected earnings statement. While I do have a bias that could easily be seen with a previous video that I made, I tried my hardest to leave it out of this video. The scores have gone through many iterations, as I've even had people who aren't even into Pokemon factor in, and we all agree with the current scores. And for those who stuck around who either agree or more than likely disagree, leave why in the comment section down below. Don't bother with the like-dislike bar, as that's going to end up more red than a Crimson Bible in a Pentecostal home in Arkansas. And again, click the little eye in one of these corners to vote for the next YouTuber we are going to tackle, that is Liza, Koshy, Pyrocynical, or Odd Ones Out. As well as a comment down below on who do you think I should go for in the future. You can find me at any of these social media for future events, and of course, the spiciest of memes. And this week, send me a picture of your favorite drink to be shouted out on the next YouTuber review. This episode's shoutout goes to Angel X Mikey, an animator friend of mine who has a couple of videos that are over 1 million views, so you know the boy got clout. Still hate the way people use it nowadays. My name is Kid Irrelevant, and this is still my favorite series to make right now. Thank you for this little bit of your day.